Hi, everybody, and thank you for being here. It is Thursday. It is also the 29th day of July. That gives us more than 48 hours, but not a whole lot more left in the month of July. We will wrap up this month at the end of your Saturday. As for now, we have wrapped up the 90s. We are going to see much more mild temperatures for essentially the rest of your forecast period through at least this time next week. Low to, well, maybe not even mid 80s actually in the latest update. In fact, a couple of days where we'll top out just barely at the 80-degree mark. A nice forecast lies ahead. Another day, another overdose in Magoffin County. If that sounds like trying to grab a headline or an exaggeration, no. I think we're very close to that average. As I expressed my concern to you a few nights ago in the program, I think in closing, we're still trying to gather those numbers and get some sort of a handle on just exactly how bad it has gotten in Magoffin County. And I was talking to someone earlier today, and a friend of mine, I never imagined that we would be in a worse position than we were at the height of the pill epidemic here, but I believe we have surpassed that. We'll find out when we get some hard numbers for you very soon. I'll talk about that call in just a few moments. There was a couple of arrests made. Another successful fundraiser, though, has been completed today by our local philanthropist. I'll talk about that, and of course, COVID information. At the end of the COVID updates, which finally went away, the governor went to our Team Kentucky updates once a week. He's still doing those, but they sound more like a COVID update. And he's got some announcements he's made earlier today, and we will get to those in just a few seconds. Let's begin with your local COVID update, however, where I spoke with our public health director, Pete Shepard, a few moments ago. And in recapping the past 4 days, Monday through today, we've had another day that puts us all together at 15 cases in the last, actually 16 cases in those last 4 days. We've been watching the numbers and we've been watching the map for days now. As far as the map is concerned, on Monday we had only 5 green counties and 23 red. Tuesday we had only 3 green counties and 28 red. Yesterday we had 36 red counties. Today's incident rate map was not out as of airtime, so what you're looking at here is from yesterday. As for Magoffin County's numbers, we had 7 confirmed cases on Monday, 4 Tuesday, 1 yesterday, but back to 4 today, again for a total of 16 in just the past 4 days. I'm told by our Director of Public Health the 4 cases today. 3 of those involved church gathering, is believed to be, and that is not the same church, and I don't have the names of either, that is related to the large number of cases that we had at the start of this week and late last week, but a separate one in Magoffin County. There are also several others being tested at that church, some of which, this most recent church at least, today's, which might be showing symptoms as well. So we'll have an update later on locally. I got an update from the Floyd County Health Department. They are seeing high cases. Yesterday they had 19 new cases, 10 people hospitalized. Johnston County on yesterday had 11 new cases. They had 8 Tuesday, 7 Monday. And they have 47 active cases. They've got 9 people currently hospitalized. At last report, Magoffin County still had 3 individuals in the hospital, one of them on a ventilator. In other news, another successful fundraiser done after Operation School Shoe, which has been around for a lot of wonderful years, got knocked out due to COVID. They called upon our resident philanthropist. I'm going to start calling him PGM, I think, for short. Paul Gumby Montgomery. He was asked to pick up where they couldn't, and he set a lofty goal, as you saw him here on the program talk about a few times, of getting together 800 pairs of shoes before the start of school. He had 400 that Operation School Shoe had, that they had already saved, and he was hoping to get at least another 400 more, and then divide them amongst all of our family resource youth service centers in each of our 5 schools here in Magoffin County. And after a big shopping trip earlier this morning, well, that was what I caught him doing. Paul just left Sayersville Grade School, just pulled into North Magoffin Elementary when I caught up with him, getting the last few bags out of the old Crown Vic and taking them in to add to a room full of others already there.
our goal was 800 pair of shoes. We ended up with 790 pair. So 10 pairs shy of our goal, but I still count that as a success. It's just amazing what the county will do, and I thank you, Rick, for putting this on, because people, you know, McGoffin County people are just the givingest people ever was. If you let them, they'll see what you're doing with their money. They don't care to give you the last dime if it's going to a good cause. And that's where you got to show people what you're doing with it. And I appreciate you for putting it on. Ended up with 790 pair shoes, and distribute them out to the schools, and they'll distribute them out to students when school starts. You know, I'm sure they got a plan together, but yeah, I like to thank the rack room in Pikeville for one thing. Now the fair is today and got $3,600 worth of shoes for $2,000. The guy gave me the office break. There wasn't. Some guy named Tim Tackett was in there with Woodman Financial, and seeing what he's doing, he just popped his credit card out and bought $500 worth of shoes and said, "Here." And it's just amazing, godsend. It really is. It's God bless.
And if you didn't get a chance to get in on that one, there's always something going on. Not always, but most of the time, something wonderful with Gumby. And the Coach for Kids operation is next. And he's actually already working on that, and that will be his next focus for the next few months. My focus is more headlines after this. It's back. Boy, oh boy, is it back. The 17th annual McGoffin County Community Day is set for Saturday, August the 21st, 10 a.m. in the Ramey Park in Sagersville, where a $10 ticket gets you in to see music all day. From Rhonda Vincent and The Rage, Ralph Stanley II and the Clinch Mountain Boys, Hammertown, Lenny Centers and Centerline, Caleb Doherty Band, Black Powder Express, True Gospel Echoes, the Project Echo Kids, and more. And that $10 ticket also gets you entered to win a car. All the food, fun, games, and prizes you've come to love at the 17th annual McGoffin County Community Day. Remember, $10 gets you in and a chance to win, and kids 12 and under get in free.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. Summer is definitely in full swing at the seasonal shop, where it is filled with new arrivals in home decor, women's clothing, Ridge and Holler, and more. They've given their home decor a fresh look, and they have new displays literally wall to wall, from farmhouse to traditional, equestrian, and more. And Oat Shore neoprene bags are the latest craze in women's accessories, and they've got dozens of colors and styles available right now, and new ones coming in daily. And lily planters have arrived just in time for school or work. And don't leave the guys out. Ridge and Holler shirts, yes, that's a McGoffin County Cadillac cap, and hats are a huge seller at the seasonal shop. Designs so unique and so special for our area. Designs you can only get at the seasonal shop. They still have delivery, baby and wedding registry, curbside service, and more. Right now at Speedy's in Sagersville, you can save enough cash on a carton of cigarettes to get gas or even something to eat at JJ's Burgers and Beer inside, with $10 off of every carton of Marlboros. And right now, they've got $6 off cartons of Eagles and $3 off every carton of Sonomas and LDs. Stop, shop, and save right now at Speedy's in Sagersville. Got a few more details to gather on a couple of other reports. For now, let's go to tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar announcements. A reminder, tomorrow night, 7 to 10 for kids in grades K to 6 in McGoffin County. It's Friday Night Lights at the McGoffin County High School football field, just $10 per camper, where you can come tear through the banner as the high school team does, and then play and practice with them on their field. 7 to 10 tomorrow night, McGoffin County High School football field, Friday Night Lights. They hope to see you there. Saturday, put it down on your calendar schedule, whatever you have to do, sticky notes, whatever it takes. But remember to stop by the Christmas in July vendor event at the Renaissance Center, just down from the Your News Today and Sagersville Independent offices and studios, right under the red light in downtown Sagersville. A whole lot of local vendors, a whole lot of great ideas. Sure, early Christmas presents, but also, I'm sure, something cool and fun for everyone. And homemade treats. Well, they have those for dogs for sale, but also for you to eat while you're there. They'll have hot dogs and sauce and drinks to serve. So keep that in mind. And that's Saturday, 10 till 5, again, at the Sagersville Renaissance Center. This is the last time I get to remind you because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. A very special reason that I'll elaborate more on at the very close of the program right after the weather, so keep that in mind. Tomorrow, by end of business hours, is the deadline for all McGoffin County veterans to get their names in, or for their families to get their names in, if their names are not already on the Veteran Memorial Wall in the Ramey Park, because they have a company coming to do this next etching, and they're hoping to get as many names added as possible. Starting next week, Monday night, August the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, the Sagersville First Baptist Church Vacation Bible School. All kids come and join them in unearthing the truth about Jesus, and join my community calendar for free whenever you've got a birthday or an anniversary or something that your church, group, club, organization, or what have you has going on. Moving on, each night the McGoffin County Funeral Home graciously sponsors the obituary listing for the program, as they have done for a number of years. You can always go to the McGoffin County Funeral Home's website at McGoffinCountyFuneralHome.net to find out any other details about services which are pending or have been set for local loved ones and family members and friends. Tonight, Louise Vanderpool, at the age of 86 in Sagersville, is said to have passed away this Wednesday at her home, the daughter of the late L.D. and May Jeffers Cross. She's survived by her sons, Roger Allen Hembry and Edward Vanderpool, daughters Kathy May Hembry Harbin, Janetta Line, Darlene Lynch, and Mary Stivers, 11 grandchildren, 20 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-great-grandchildren. Louise is preceded in death by her husband, Wilgus Vanderpool. A private visitation for the family is going to be held later this week. In lieu of flowers, the family has requested donations in memory of Louise Vanderpool to the Bluegrass Hospice Navigators. And services are going to be held tomorrow at 1 for 52-year-old Tammy Renee Cole of Sagersville. Tammy passed away on Tuesday at the Hospice Care Center in Lexington, the daughter of the late Larry Cole and Wanda Arnett Venegas, who survives. She's survived in addition by her son Joshua, 3 grandkids, her companion Steve Miller, and host of family and friends. Services tomorrow at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation continues for the rest of this evening.
Appalachian Wireless is proud to offer the Emergency Broadband Benefit Discount. This federal program can reduce the cost of our 25 gig unlimited plan by up to $50 a month. If someone in your household qualifies for certain government benefit programs or experienced substantial loss in income in the last year, you may be eligible. Only one discount per household, and it's only available until allotted funds run out. For more details, go to AppalachianWireless.com/EBB. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Unlimited data speeds will be slowed to 512 kilobytes after 25 gig per line.
Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999. Welcome to East Kentucky's premier vape and CBD shop, offering all natural tobacco alternatives and everything vape and smoke shop related. Everything you're looking for and everything you're not. Best quality, best prices, best service.
Come to Appalachian Smoke Shop for all your tobacco alternatives and accessories, as well as products like CBD, Kratom, and legal THC that people are telling us they're using to treat pain, anxiety, depression, difficulty sleeping, and lack of energy, as well as just for overall wellness. Make it your one stop, Appalachian Smoke Shop.
It's time to play the Lee's Famous Recipe Daily Lunch Special Game, where behind curtain number 1 we have our super tasty country fried steak sandwich, and behind curtain number 2 our famous chicken sandwich with lettuce, pickle, and mayo, and you can get either one of those on a bun or a biscuit. But wait, behind curtain number 3 our extra famous footlong with homemade chili, and all 3 come served with our famous hand-dipped potato wedges and a drink. Monday through Friday for lunch from 11 to 2 for just $5 plus tax. You're a winner either way you go at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Just click on ConleyTire.net and you can shop for tires, find out more about services, brands, wheels, rims, their free coffee, free Wi-Fi, and free local shuttle service, and of course the latest and greatest current offers and specials, like how right now you can get up to $150 back on a set of Goodyears. That's ConleyTire.net, or you can always stop by in Staffordsville or give them a call at 297-2424. I wasn't joking at the top of the program when I said another day, another overdose in McGoffin County. It feels just that way. And today's sounds much like many of the others that we've had as of late. We've had days where we've had as many as 2, maybe even more calls of overdoses or potential overdoses in one day. Today, however, this call sounded like many of the others that come into 911. The caller stating that a subject there with them had overdosed, this time on heroin, had not responded to Narcan that they had administered, that they were doing CPR, and that subject was still unresponsive.
Attention available McGoffin County Rescue Squad personnel. Attention any available McGoffin County Rescue Squad personnel. Need your route to Squatter's Knob. This will be the second trailer on Squatter's Knob. Have a 36-year-old male, possible OD. Advised they were doing CPR on the subject. Be advised lifeguard is trying to mutuate the call. Please find you go to
At a trailer on Squatter's Knob, which sits off of Route 40, just about 2 miles out of Sayersville. That is the location that local EMS and law enforcement responded to. There were actually 2 people arrested after a lengthy investigation that found a number of items of drugs and paraphernalia. I've called numerous times to the arresting officer, but have not had a return call to provide any other information. I do have a brief arrest citation that does shed some light on the situation. It says that 2 individuals, Jonathan Simpkins, 30 of Sayersville, and Kayla Simpkins, 32 of Sayersville, were both arrested after officers responded to that location. The overdose of possible heroin. It was determined that there were numerous uncapped and used needles, many with blood in them, spoons with residue in them, as well as other items, clear brown baggies of brown substance, or clear baggies of a brown substance which appeared to be heroin. There was also tourniquets, crack pipes, and the list goes on apparently of items. Weekly, then daily COVID updates finally subsided, as did the coronavirus. And then the governor of Kentucky went to his once weekly Team Kentucky update, and he had that this morning on schedule. However, it feels as though, and perhaps because we're going back to our usual COVID update. Beshear today announcing new precautions, which he says are based on recent guidance that I told you about yesterday and earlier this week from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The governor saying, quote, with the Delta variant spreading across the U.S. and only 62% of Kentuckians 18 or older being vaccinated, right now our answer is masks plus vaccines equals victory over COVID. We are compassionate enough to know we have to do this. The governor said his first priority is to ensure safe in-person instruction, school, for the maximum number of days for our kids. And the second priority is to continue the Commonwealth's unprecedented economic progress and recovery from COVID. He also says that state officials expect that without mitigation efforts, the Delta variant will continue to spread through unvaccinated workplaces and classrooms and again disrupt our education and again slow down our economic growth. So he announced that K through 12 students return to school, but that schools do require, as per the CDC recommendations yesterday, universal indoor masking for all teachers, staff, students, and visitors to K through 12 schools, regardless of their vaccinated or vaccination status, and that kids should return to full-time in-person learning in the fall with layered strategies, he says, in place to prevent any COVID-19 infection and transmission. He also says and reiterated that masks will be required in state office buildings.
Now, I know that people are tired. I'm tired too. I know that people are frustrated. I'm frustrated too. But we are strong enough to do this. We are resilient enough to do this. And we are compassionate enough to where we know that we have to do this. The decisions that we make in the coming days and weeks are so critical because, as you'll hear from me, from Crystal, and from Dr. Stack today, this Delta variant is aggressively spreading across this country, and places that haven't taken steps are seeing results that we should know by now. Widespread outbreaks, clusters, large amounts of quarantines. We don't have to have that happen. We have a very simple equation. Vaccinations, plus, when we need to, mask wearing, equals we can do everything that we want in our Commonwealth and our economy. We can be in school every day. We can have our workforce healthy and at work every day. We can do different things like festivals and sports and not have cancellations. All it takes is more people getting vaccinated, and when you need to, wearing a mask.
It was also reported today from our Department of Public Health that from March the 1st through yesterday, 94.5% of all COVID cases, 91.8% of all COVID hospitalizations, and 88.8% of all COVID deaths were among those who were not fully vaccinated. Also, on a COVID-related note, the Biden administration announced today that it is going to allow the nationwide ban on evictions to expire this weekend, as it is set to do on Saturday. The president saying that he is left with no other choice after the Supreme Court ruled that the moratorium would only be extended until the end of the month. The president saying, however, he would have been in support of extending the federal eviction moratorium due to the spread of the highly contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus. But instead, he at this time today was calling on Congress to, quote, extend the eviction moratorium to protect such vulnerable renters and their families without delay. That moratorium was put in place last September by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Right now in place, we have a pretty improved forecast. I mean, if you don't like the brutal, oppressive heat, that's what we have seen. But no longer, at least not for the next 7 day. Yeah, that's right. I think the highest single day high I have anywhere between now and this time next week is 84. In fact, a couple of days, we might just barely break the 80-degree mark. 69 degrees tonight, mostly cloudy skies. After about 8 or so, we will see about a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but otherwise just mostly cloudy. You know, we could see a half inch of rain on the high side tonight, later on this evening when those showers potentially roll in, so keep that in mind. Tomorrow, I don't think you're going to see much more than some fog and some early morning clouds. As far as precipitation, it should be over and done with during the late evening, any overnight hours, and we should see skies possibly slowly become sunny tomorrow. We should top out right around 84 for your Friday. Pretty nice day. A light wind out of the north-northwest, 5 to 7. Tomorrow night, mostly clear skies and a low of 60. A little more comfortable in the evening hours. And for your weekend, can't toss out all the shower chances for Saturday and Sunday. My apologies. Not my fault. Saturday, 80 degrees, 79 expected on your Sunday in the latest update. Yeah, falling just below the 80-degree mark. Mostly sunny, partly sunny skies across the weekend, but we'll stick with shower chances to the tune of about 50% on your Saturday and about a 40% chance, maybe through up starting around midday on your Sunday. So might have to dodge a few showers, maybe a few thunderstorms over the weekend, but definitely cooler and still definitely going to see some sunshine. And definitely right now, Monday of next week looks to be a winner. It's another one of those clear days. Sunny and 80 pretty much sums it all up. Mostly sunny and 81 Tuesday. Shower chances, yeah, back in about 20%. 83 Wednesday, mostly sunny. Thursday of next week, we're hoping to get back to at least a single-day dry pattern, if not a few thereafter. That's going to have to be a wait and see situation. But all in all, not too bad, and certainly not in the 90s. And that's it. Thank you for being here. Good Thursday to you. Let me say this before I leave. I almost forgot, and I'll try to have a message on tomorrow for anyone who's not still with me or wasn't here tonight. It's a big day tomorrow. You know, I got to be honest. In lieu of Andrew and Lacey's accomplishments over the past year, so we've been blessed to have a lot of big days. And tomorrow is Lacey's white coat ceremony for medical school. She's been going through orientation now for the past week or so, is about to wrap that up, and her first few days of medical school at the University of Kentucky start in just a few days. And as such, the ceremonial white coat event is tomorrow morning, and that is where I will be spending my day. I do not believe I'll be back in time to have a show. That could change, but right now it's not in the plans. What is in the plans to go and spend an amazing day with our amazing daughter and recognizing all that she has done thus far and all that she still has left to do. So with that said, I'll plan on seeing you back here next Monday. So have a good weekend, and I'll see you then. Good night, and as always, thank you for watching.